Okay, welcome everyone. It is August the 12th. It is episode 227. This is Tech for Senior, and I'm Ron Brown, and I'll be your host today. Thank you for coming and spending an hour and a half or so with us. We really do appreciate that. And we have a great show for you today, and we'll be starting early to get it all fit in. Don't forget, we have also a Thursday show coming up. This will be this Thursday. It's on Thursday, and it's not broadcast as a Zoom meeting. It's, of course, broadcast out through StreamYard, and it goes to our Facebook and YouTube feed. This Thursday, we'll be talking all about the new Google event that's happening this week, and it's all the new Google hardware that will be released, and we'll be talking all about that this Thursday. We also have a newsletter. Thank you so much for all those of you who read it. The newsletter, of course, is sponsored by the Central Florida Computer Society, the ℸ𝕠𝕗 Seniors Computer Club in California, and a very famous website called and group called Geeks on Tour, who we all know and do thank them so much for their sponsorship and continued partnership, we'll say, with Geeks on Tour. So thank you so much. For those of you who saw our Saturday newsletter, did the quiz. And I was saying earlier today that Chris sent me the questions, and I said, what's the answer? She said, I'm not giving you the answer. You're going to take the quiz and see how you do. So I did sweat a lot about that, and I did get 100% though. I did work hard at it though, but I got 100%. So how did you do if you took the quiz? I think that's great, and see how you did. You can maybe put in the chat how you did if you got one right. The tough one was the one on the what changes occurred using the editing version. What changes, and it was text. The answer was text. Now, part of the on our Tuesday newsletter, I need some feedback and help with that. Our Tuesday newsletter goes out, and it has, of course, the link to the Monday show. And you're probably all aware that, of course, in these meetings, you can generate an AI summary. And in the last newsletter on Tuesday, I put a partial summary of our AI summary of our meeting under that link, so that people who get the newsletter who maybe don't watch the show will sort of see something in there that might be interesting to them, and they might click the button and watch the show or even come to the show. That was my idea with that. But I'm going to run that on a temporary basis for the next 3 weeks and see if I get some positive comments. So if you like it or you dislike it, please let me know, because I'm up in the air whether we will keep that. For sure, the response to the quizzes we're putting into the newsletter is great. People love it. They love doing the quizzes. And this week's quiz will be based on Bill James's talk today. And so pay attention to what Bill says, because you're getting a quiz on that, and we'll see how you do with that. So anyway, quizzes are in. AI summary, maybe. We'll see what everyone thinks about that. All right, today on our Premier service that we have, I'm going to be talking about purchase considerations for your new computer. This will be part 2 as we move into the fall, September, October. This is a great time to buy a PC, and you may want to have a look at these videos. Huey's going to talk about the secret Windows shortcuts. He's going to tell you some secret tips about Windows, and Ray Baxter is going to talk about satellite communication in your RV. Yes, he's going to tell you all about that. And so we will have that coming at 1/2 when as part of our Premier service. All right, let's see. We got about quickly. We'll go through. Huey, did you get all right on the question and answer? And what was your unmute yourself?
Of course. I watch what does this button do all the time. So I know
it. So you're a disciple. You're a disciple. So you got them all right. Bill, did you pass?
No.
You didn't get them 100%.
Got to take a quiz.
All right.
So I get a fail.
You get a fail. Ray, did you pass? You're a smart guy.
Yeah, I only looked at it this morning.
Oh.
So I'm not guilty of I didn't rush to my inbox to open it up on Saturday. I'm sorry.
Don't peek. The answers are at the bottom. Don't look until the answers are at the bottom of the email. Bob, do you pass?
Of course. Like Huey, I watched the show. I'm well aware of what was the correct answers.
All right. And I'm not going to ask Jim if Jim took I'm not going to ask if Jim did that, because of course he would get 100% for sure.
Well, I would cheat naturally. It would be
You'd ask your wife. You'd say, Chris, what's the answer to this, right? All right, listen, we got to get going. We got a big show for you. Otherwise, we're going to be way over. Bob, you want to get going with security news?
Certainly. Why not? Here's my security news roundup for the week ending August 9th, 2024. DOJ and FTC sue TikTok for violating children's privacy laws. The U.S. Department of Justice, along with the Federal Trade Commission, filed a lawsuit against popular video sharing platform TikTok for flagrantly violating children's privacy laws in the country. The agencies claimed the company knowingly permitted children to create TikTok accounts and to view and share short-form videos and messages with adults and others on the service. They also accused it of illegally collecting and retaining a wide variety of personal information from these children without notifying or obtaining consent from their parents, in contravention of the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. Read more at thehackernews.com. NVIDIA faces 2 DOJ antitrust probes over market dominance. The U.S. Department of Justice has reportedly launched 2 separate probes into NVIDIA regarding antitrust concerns about the computing giant's AI-focused business dealings. The first investigation, reported by Politico, will see the DOJ examine NVIDIA's buyout of Run AI, while the second, as reported by The Information, will assess if NVIDIA abused its dominance in AI chips to discourage customers from using competing products. The probe will also investigate claims that NVIDIA overcharges its customers for networking equipment if they opt to purchase AI chips from rival companies like AMD and Intel. Read more at TheVerge.com. Meta and Google secretly targeted minors on YouTube with Instagram ads. Meta and Google teamed up to run a secret campaign to deliberately target 13 to 17-year-olds with Instagram ads on YouTube, according to the Financial Times, breaking the search giant's own rules against advertising to children. The publication reports that Google directed ads to a subset of users labeled as unknown in its advertising systems in an attempt to disguise the group skewed toward teenagers. According to a Google Ads help page, the unknown demographic category refers to people whose age, gender, parental status, or household income are supposedly unidentified and can allow advertisers to reach a significantly wider audience when selected. Read more at TheVerge.com. Google patches new Android kernel vulnerability exploited in the wild. Google has addressed a high-severity security flaw impacting the Android kernel that it said has been actively exploited in the wild. The vulnerability, tracked as CVE 2024-36971, has been described as a case of remote code execution impacting the kernel. There are indications that CVE 2024-36971 may be under limited targeted exploitation. The tech giant noted in its monthly Android security bulletin for August 2024. As is typically the case, the company did not share any additional specifics on the nature of the cyber attacks exploiting the flaw or attribute the activity to a particular threat actor or group. It's currently not known if Pixel devices are also impacted by the bug. Read more at ℙ𝕝𝕉𝕉.com. Google loses antitrust case over search. A federal judge ruled Monday that Google has illegally held a monopoly in two market areas, search and text advertising. The landmark case from the government, filed in 2020, alleged that Google has kept its share of the general search market by creating strong barriers to entry and a feedback loop that sustained its dominance. The court found that Google violated Section 2 of the Sherman Act, which outlaws monopolies. The ruling marks the first anti-monopoly decision against a tech company in decades. Google's president of global affairs said in a statement that the company plans to appeal the ruling. Read more at ℙ𝕝𝕉𝕉.com. Apple's macOS Sequoia tightens gatekeeper controls to block unauthorized software. Gatekeeper is a crucial line of defense built into macOS, designed to ensure that only trusted apps run on the operating system. When an app is downloaded from outside of the App Store and opened for the first time, it verifies that the software is from an identified developer. It also runs checks to ensure that the app is notarized and has not been tampered with to install malware on the macOS systems. Furthermore, it requires user approval before allowing any such third-party app to be run. It's this user approval mechanism that Apple has now tightened further with macOS Sequoia, the next iteration of the Mac operating system that's expected to be released next month. Read more at ℙ𝕝𝕉𝕉.com. One of the biggest data breaches ever leaks details of billions of users. A class action lawsuit brought against background check company National Public Data, also known as Jericho Pictures, alleges the personal information of 2.9 billion individuals has made its way into the dark web via a data breach. National Public Data uses a process called scraping to collect and store personally identifiable data from non-public sources to carry out background checks on billions of people. This means that sensitive information like Social Security numbers, full names, addresses, relatives information was exposed, and crucially, it also means that information was not given willingly to the company, and many victims may not know it was stored at all. The court has been asked to require NPD purge personal data of all affected individuals and to encrypt all collected information going forward. Read more at techradar.com. New phishing scam uses Google Drawings and WhatsApp shortened links. Cybersecurity researchers have discovered a novel phishing campaign that leverages Google Drawings and shortened links generated via WhatsApp to evade detection and trick users into clicking on bogus links designed to steal sensitive information. The attackers chose a group of best-known websites in computing to craft the threat, including Google and WhatsApp to host the attack elements, and an Amazon lookalike to harvest the victim's information. Read more at ℙ𝕝𝕉𝕉.com. This week's must-see on my YouTube channel. Did AI see the market downturn coming? In a world where artificial intelligence is revolutionizing finance, did it successfully predict the recent market downturn? Please watch my video on that topic by following the link listed. Did you know? Dolphins have names for each other. They develop unique whistles that act as names. So the next time you're at the beach, remember that Flipper might just be calling out for Bob. The shortest war in history was between Britain and Zanzibar on August 27, 1896. Zanzibar surrendered after 38 minutes. Talk about a speedy conflict resolution. Just thought you might like to know. If you don't believe in yourself, why is anyone else going to believe in you? Thanks to Tom Brady. Constantly choosing the lesser of two evils is still choosing evil. Thanks to Jerry Garcia. Safe is a misnomer because in today's world, sharing always fosters exposure. Thanks to yours truly. And that's a wrap for this week's Security News Roundup. Stay safe, stay secure, and I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye, and thanks for watching and listening.
Thanks, Bob. I think that Google decision is going to have a big impact. We talked about that on Thursday, but we'll see where we go with that. But interesting.
It'll impact everyone.
Yep, for sure. All right, Bill James, where are you?
macOS offers a variety of powerful tools to help you accomplish your goals, from Apple's native installations to the versatile Microsoft 365 and open source options like LibreOffice. Their solution to fit every need and budget. In this presentation, we'll delve into the key features, strengths, and unique capabilities of each suite. We'll start by exploring iWork, Apple's intuitive and beautiful design suite that integrates with the Mac OS ecosystem. Next, we'll look at Microsoft 365, the industry standard for office productivity, known for its features and cross-platform capabilities. We'll also examine LibreOffice, a powerful open source alternative that offers a wide variety of tools at no cost, and other alternatives. The iSuite on the Mac comprises three main applications: Pages, Numbers, and Keynote. iWorks is an office suite of applications created by Apple for its Mac OS and iOS operating system, and is also available cross-platform. I created this presentation using Numbers. Pages is the word processor and desktop publishing application. Pages allows you to use your Mac for editing documents such as letters, reports, and brochures. It offers various design tools for creating professional-looking documents. One of the things that are some of the features of Pages is that it has a user-friendly interface, templates and design options, text and graphic integration, collaboration features, compatibility with other softwares, such as you can readily import or export Pages into Microsoft Office. It has iCloud integration, which is Apple's cloud storage, and it offers multimedia support where you can import pictures and videos and such. And Pages is free to all Mac OS users. Numbers is the spreadsheet application, and Numbers provides tools for organizing data, calculations, and creating visualization like charts and graphs. It is designed with flexibility and visual-oriented approach compared to the traditional spreadsheet software. And again, Numbers offers a flexible canvas-based layout. It has templates and pre-designed elements, powerful calculation and data tools, rich data presentations, and of course, it's compatible with Microsoft Excel. It also includes iCloud integration, and its main focus is on usability. Keynotes is the equivalent to Microsoft PowerPoint. and it's a presentation software that's used to create slideshows with text, images, videos, and animation. And again, it has professional quality presentations, intuitive and user-friendly interface, a powerful animation and transitional effects, seamless integration with multimedia, and it is also compatible with Microsoft PowerPoint, and as well as having iCloud integration. Keynote also supports interactive features such as hyperlinks, and it has an extensive array of presenter tools. So in summary, these apps are part of the iWork suite, and it comes pre-installed on most Mac computers and are fully integrated with the Apple ecosystem, including iCloud, which allows for syncing across devices. While they offer many features similar to Microsoft Office, the interface and some functionalities differ, and compatibility with Microsoft Office format is generally good, but not always perfect. So if you're into using Microsoft Office, you'll be happy to know that Office 365, also known as Microsoft 365, is fully compatible with the macOS. Microsoft offers macOS versions for Office applications that are specifically designed for Mac, and they include Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, OneNote, Teams, and Microsoft OneDrive. Some of the key compatibilities of the Microsoft 365 is that it is native to macOS, meaning that it's designed to work seamlessly on Mac computers. They take advantage of all the Mac's features as far as Retina display support and more. It also has regular updates for its macOS Office apps, ensuring that they're up to date with the latest features, security improvements, and compatibility with new versions. It also features parity, there are some minor differences in the user interface and specific features of between Windows and macOS versions. Most of the core functionality is the same across platforms. This makes it easier for users to switch between Mac and Windows without a steep learning curve. It also has cloud integration with Microsoft 365. Files are automatically synced with OneDrive, making easy access across devices, including Macs, PCs, tablets, and smartphones. It also has cross-platform collaboration. Documents created on macOS can be opened in Windows devices and vice versa, supporting seamless collaboration in mixed environments. And it is also subscription-based, meaning you pay monthly or annually for access to Office Suite, including cloud services and regular updates. If you have a subscription to Microsoft 365, it's available to users on 6 different devices. So if you happen to have a Mac in the mix, you can also use one of those licenses for your Mac computer. So some of the key compatibilities is that Microsoft supports the latest versions, but it's also important to check compatibility if you're using older versions of the Mac OS. But it typically supports the current Mac OS and usually 2 previous major versions. In summary, Microsoft Office 365 or Microsoft 365 is fully compatible with Mac OS, offering a variety of productivity tools that integrate well with the Apple ecosystem. There are several other free Office suites that are available that can serve as alternative to the Microsoft 365. And some of the popular ones are LibreOffice. LibreOffice is a powerful free open source office suite that offers a wide range of applications similar to Microsoft Office. It includes Writer, which is a word processor, Calc for spreadsheet, Impress for presentations, Base for databases, and Math for formula editing. It is compatible with Microsoft Office in all file formats, allowing for you to edit and save files in formats like .docx, XLSX, and PPTX. And it regularly gets updated by a large community of developers. Google Docs is another alternative, and Google Workspace offers a suite of online productivity tools that are free, and they consist of Google Docs for word processing, Google Sheets for spreadsheets, and Google for presentations, along with Google Drive for storage. The compatibility is that Google's tools support importing and exporting Microsoft Office file forms for real-time collaborations. It is cloud-based, accessible through any web browser on a macOS, with other access available through the Google Chrome extensions. There's also Apache OpenOffice, which has Writer, Calc, Impress, Draw, Base, and Math. And it's compatible with Microsoft Office formats as well, though it's not as polished as LibreOffice, but it offers current updates and community support. OnlyOffice is a free office suite that offers both desktop and cloud-based applications focusing on document collaboration, compatibility with Microsoft Office formats. And its components are document, spreadsheet, and presentation editor. And it's highly compatible with Microsoft Office formats and integrates well with services like Google Drive, Dropbox, and OneDrive. There's also WPS Office, and it offers a free version of its Office suite that is lightweight and with a user interface that's very similar to Microsoft Office. It has Writer, Spreadsheet, and Presentation as its components, and it's also compatible with Microsoft Office formats, offering cloud integration for storage and sharing. So, in conclusion, these office suites provide a variety of features that can meet most productivity needs, some offering for free and others for paid software like Microsoft Office. It is clear that the landscape offers a diverse array of powerful tools, all each with their own strengths and unique capabilities. Whether you're drawn to seamless integration and design of the Apple's iWorks, the comprehensive features and cross-platform prowess of Microsoft 365, or the flexibility and free-driven innovation of LibreOffice, there's a suite tailored to fit your workflow. We also highlighted traditional options like Google Workspace, Apache OpenOffice, and OnlyOffice that macOS users have no shortage of choices when it comes to enhancing their productivity. Ultimately, the best suite depends on your specific needs, whether it's collaboration, advanced editing, cost effectiveness. The good news is that macOS supports all these options, giving you the freedom to select the tools that best align with your personal and professional goals. So that's our presentation on macOS apps, Office alternatives. This is Tech for Senior. I'm Bill James, Tech for Senior. Thank you for listening.
Thanks, Bill. Excellent presentation. I know there'll be lots of questions for you, but we'll leave those to our Q&A because we have Hewie Poplock up now. I must say that I'm really anxious to see Hewie's presentation today. If you do presentations and public speaking, you'll really want to watch. He showed us this on our last Thursday show, and I'm dying to know what it is, but he wouldn't tell me. His lips are sealed until today. So this is the big reveal. So watch carefully. I'm really interested, Hewie, in your presentation. All right.
I may not have made it very obvious in the video that this is a browser extension. So let's go ahead and here you go. Be better organized in your browsing. I'm Hewie Poplock. Tired of cluttered browser with countless tabs? We've all been there. Millions of tabs open, losing focus, and getting lost in the sea of information. Max Focus is here to help you stay focused and organized. Browsing the web made easier. No more switching tabs. No more losing focus. Preview links right where you are. It's a better way to read the web. Unlock all the features and future updates with Max Focus Pro. Browse the web faster and easier. Save time searching and spend more time reading. Try Max Focus today. Easy open. Long click or hover or shortcut on any link and see the preview right away. A reader mode. Read articles without distractions. A clean, reader-friendly view. YouTube previews. Watch videos without any sidebars or temptations to click away. Just the video, nothing else. Focus mode. Concentrate on the content you're reading. Dim the rest of the page to reduce distractions. Customize everything. Choose how you want to open previews and how they behave and what they look like. Activation triggers, pop-up behavior, pop-up color, and performance options. Let's take a look at Max Focus and then come back to our description. Max Focus works nicely in a Google search. Let's look at vegetables in season in Florida. When we go to a website, we left mouse click, hold it down, and here are some questions we get. So one of them is, how can I find what's in season in Florida? And it will then go out and answer that question nicely. We'll find out the information we want. We then have the information we need without going out to a lot of different tabs and places on the web. Let's do an image search from Google. We'll go to images. We're going to use the term of find vegetables in season in Florida. We find one. It's a nice picture. We'll right mouse click on it, and then we will just save the image as, and then use the title that it had and save it. And we have that image without leaving the Google search. Let's do one more just to show you how, again, how it's done. Right mouse click on the picture. Save image as. Make sure you have a title, and then go ahead and save it. In my Outlook email reader, we'll take a look at one of the emails that has some links in it. We left mouse click and hold, and it brings up that link within the page. And then at the top, it has the link. So if we want to open the actual article, we can click on that or copy it. And then let's go down to the next one. We, again, left mouse click and hold, and it brings up the next article. So without leaving the page, we're able to read the article. Let's use Amazon as an example of Max Focus. Let's go down to an alternative item. Take a look at it by pressing and holding the left mouse button, and it brings up that item. And you'll see that there are some AI assistants with some questions. Let's look at it with a different item, one that I had already purchased. And you'll see under the Max Focus AI Assistant, it gives a summary of the page. And then we'll do it again. And this time it will get key points from the page. And it'll list all the key points from it. And then thirdly, we will look at getting action points from the page. Max Focus on an Amazon product. I use a news feed reader called Feedly, and when I find an article of interest, I left mouse click it and hold it down, read through the article, again, without leaving the Feedly. If I like the article, I go and I right mouse click on the website URL, and then I open up Facebook, and what's on my mind, I paste that address into that. I go to next, and when I click on next, it is ready to add to my feed, but also I can check the boxes for Tech for Senior and Sarasota Technology User Group. Click next, and it's done and posted. Here are some of the settings. First, you have some general settings, things that you can turn on and off. And then you'll have some pop-up behaviors, what you want it to do, how long you want it to take, and so on. Then there's an appearance. You can change the colors of the pop-ups. You can have URL tracking protection and warn about any dangerous links. Under performance, you can have a power saving mode and you can reduce the motion. And under AI settings, you can show the AI prompt suggestions, enable quick previews, and open with Alt and then the hover trigger. Max Focus works on all major desktop browsers, including Chrome, Firefox, Edge, Vivaldi, and Brave. Secure browsing with confidence. Explore the web with the assurance that your privacy is protected at every turn with them. They prioritize your security with robust features designed to maintain your digital autonomy. So what is Max Focus Link Preview and the extension? It's like the link preview on iOS Safari or the Arc pinned websites preview. But it works in other browsers as an extension. Scroll through your feed faster, save time, and don't get lost in multiple tabs. How does Max Focus work? Just long click or hover over a link on any web page, and Max Focus will show you a preview of the content behind the link. Adjust settings to change the size, duration, and other preview options. Pay once, use forever. Now the cost, when you first take a look at the page, with the cost you see $8, $17.90, and $26.90. Well, that sounds like quite a bit per month. But if you read it carefully, it says pay once, use forever. In other words, if you want the Pro without AI, it's $8 and you're done. That's your license. You own it. If you want the Pro lifetime with AI, then it's $17.90. One time, one payment. Or if you want the Pro with ChatGPT 4 Omni, it's $26.90. One time, you get a license and you're done with it. There's no monthly fee. Which websites does Max Focus work on? It works on all websites, including social media platforms, news websites, blogs, and more. You can use it on any web page that has links. Preview links in Google Search with Max Focus. Get a preview of any link in Google Search with a single click. Search faster and stay focused on browsing. Ways to preview links in the Max Focus. Link previews can significantly enhance your browsing experience by letting you quickly check the contents of a link before fully committing to open it. The Max Focus Link Preview extension offers several convenient ways to open links and preview them. You can preview links everywhere. Use Max Focus to preview links in Notion, Google Docs, and other websites. Get a quick overview of any link without leaving your workspace. The advantages of link preview tools: time saving. Link previews save you time by giving you a glimpse of the content without loading a new page. Instead of sifting through numerous tabs, you can quickly judge if the link is worth exploring further. By using Max Focus, for instance, you can use a simple hover or long click to access a preview, keeping your browsing efficient. Improved focus. Link previews helps you stay on your current page while looking at links. This lowers the chance of getting lost in many tabs and forgetting your main task. Your browser stays neat with fewer distractions. Max Focus offers a clean reader view to help you stay focused. Social media browsing. Social media is full of links, and opening each one can be time-consuming. With link previews, you can quickly check if the content interests you. Using Max Focus, you can preview links right on the same page without switching tabs, keeping your social media browsing smooth and efficient. Research and news reading. When researching or catching up with the news, you can encounter many sources. Link previews let you skim through the content quickly, prioritizing which to read in detail. Max Focus helps by allowing you to preview the content linked in articles, saving you from opening multiple tabs for information that may not be useful. Max Focus link previews shows text and images and have a media mode feature. This feature lets you change the size to 16:9 for watching videos from YouTube and other websites without opening a new page. When shopping online, you often need to compare products from different websites. Link previews helps you quickly check product details without opening multiple tabs. Max Focus lets you preview images and descriptions, making your shopping experience more efficient. Use Max Focus to preview links in Google. Get a quick overview of any website without leaving the search results. Use online services and apps in Google Search. Try online services and apps right in Google Search. Get a quick overview of any link without leaving the search results. Use Max Focus to preview links event in Google Images. Get a quick overview of any image without leaving the search results. You can preview the links everywhere.
It's Ron Brown with Tech for Senior. Yes, I'm cooking breakfast. It's Saturday morning. We just had a meeting with Huey and Bob to get the show ready for Monday, and I realized I've got to get a video out. So I'm thinking here, what am I going to talk about? Well, I thought I'd talk about it over breakfast. As you can see, I'm making bacon and French toast because I'm tired of having cereal every day for this week, because our kitchen is being renovated. So I'm out on the deck here and I was wondering, what am I going to talk about? And I thought I would talk about something I've spent a lot of time making videos about, and that is staying connected. So as I'm making breakfast today, I'm just going to talk about my thoughts on staying connected, how important it is to prevent social isolation with seniors. Now you can see, I'm also doing this on my new Pixel 8 Pro phone, so I want to test out the camera and see how it works. You probably look out behind me here, you'll see the marina, and of course if you turn around you will have seen the Blackstone grill as I'm sitting out here making breakfast. So let me talk about staying connected as I make breakfast. All right, hold on a sec here while I get the French toast on. You see, the bacon's getting pretty good. I always find that I have to crank the grill up a bit when I put the French toast on. So let me just get this going, and then we'll get these on. And there we go. And we'll zoom out here a bit. There we go. Get the French toast on. The bacon looks pretty darn good. Oh, this is coming up. I'm just going to turn the grill up here, and we are going to have some good groceries in a few minutes. So staying connected, as you know, I have two daughters. One lives in Adelaide, Australia, and the other, of course, is Jennifer, and her family live in Addis Ababa. So a long way away, like half a world away, no matter which way I go. So staying connected and talking to them is super important for us. And the advice I can give you is you need to know what language your kids speak. Whoever you want to contact or who talk to, you have to figure out the language, such as, is it FaceTime? Is it WhatsApp? What are they using in social media to connect? Many of you may try to send them an email. Well, I'm going to tell you that you're about 20 years too late, because anybody younger than us isn't using email to communicate. They're using social media. Now, for us, both my children are all Apple. They're all in with Apple. And so for many years, we used FaceTime. We bought an iPad, and that's how we would communicate, using FaceTime. But more recently, in the last couple of years, they've all switched to WhatsApp. And I've talked about WhatsApp before, and I've had two videos made about WhatsApp and installing WhatsApp. And it has, of course, tremendous popularity, particularly around the world. And that's based on security and ease of use. So I want to tell you, of course, you all know that Jennifer just left with her family and headed back to Addis. And that's always a tearful time and difficult time for us as we have to say goodbye at the airport. But you know, when we're over in the Vancouver airport, we were talking to our little grandson and sending videos back and forth and staying communicated. And as you see, when they flew from Vancouver to Istanbul, here's a video of Jennifer the day she got to Istanbul, having dinner at the top of their hotel.
Hi, we just arrived in Istanbul and we're at our hotel. And we've just come up to the restaurant, and this is what we saw.
Okay, now we're back. And of course, the next day they go out and they bought Julian, our little grandson, an ice cream cone. And this is a very cute video. I want you to watch this.
Yes, please. Thank you. Right? Right. Thank you. For you.
And that, of course, was sent to us on WhatsApp. We watched that immediately after it was taken, as was immediately uploaded to WhatsApp. And we were able to download it and view it and stay connected. And of course, we met them and talked to them as they were arriving in Addis through WhatsApp. Now, I'm not saying everyone should use WhatsApp, but what I'm saying is that's what they're using, so that's what I'm going to use. So if you want to stay connected, let's not get into social isolation. Figure out what your kids are using for social media. Well, I think my French toast is cooked, so I'm going to head over for breakfast. Enjoy Bob's session and Ray's coming up, and then I'm going to do some lawn work, and I'm going to listen to Ray's music all afternoon. Thank you, Ray. Anyway, have a great day.
Have you ever found yourself trapped in a conversation with a techie, nodding along while secretly wondering if they're speaking another language? Or maybe you've heard AI enthusiasts throw around words that sound straight out of a sci-fi movie. Well, you're not alone. Today, we're diving into the fascinating and often bewildering world of geek and AI terms. It's like a showdown between two linguistic giants. Which side is more confusing? Let's unravel the mysteries, and maybe by the end, you'll be the one dropping these terms at your next social gathering. Stay tuned, because this ride promises to be both enlightening and entertaining. Why should you care? Understanding tech jargon isn't just for computer wizards and AI developers. As our world becomes increasingly digital, knowing these terms can empower you in everything from choosing a new gadget to protecting your privacy online. Plus, it's always fun to impress friends and family with a little tech savvy. Geek terms. Let's start with the classic geek terms, the language of the original tech enthusiasts who brought us the digital age. Motherboard. Geek speak. It's the main printed circuit board in a computer. Layman's terms. Think of it as the computer's nervous system. It's the big board that connects all the smaller parts so they can work together. It's like the dance floor at a wedding, where everyone comes together to have a good time. Overclocking. Geek speak. Running a computer component at a higher speed than its official speed rating. Layman's terms. Imagine your computer is a car and you're pressing the turbo button to make it go faster. Just be careful, because too much speed can cause a meltdown, not unlike that time you left the kettle on too long. Phishing. Geek speak. A cybercrime where targets are contacted by email, telephone, or text message by someone posing as a legitimate institution. Layman's terms. It's like those annoying spam calls claiming you've won a cruise, but sneakier. They're trying to reel you in to steal your personal information. Stay sharp. Don't bite. Cache. Geek speak. A component that stores data temporarily to allow for faster retrieval. Layman's terms. Imagine having a little robot assistant that remembers where you last put your keys, so you don't have to look for them every time. That's cache, a memory helper. AI terms. Now onto the new kid on the block, AI terms. These are the buzzwords flying around as artificial intelligence reshapes our world. Neural network, AI speak, a series of algorithms that attempt to recognize underlying relationships in a set of data through a process that mimics the way the human brain operates. Layman's terms. Picture a web of spider silk where each strand connects different points. That's how AI learns, by connecting dots, just like your brain does when you finally solve a puzzle. Machine learning, AI speak, a method of data analysis that automates analytical model building. Layman's terms. It's like teaching your dog new tricks, except your dog is a computer and the tricks are patterns it learns from data. No treats required, just lots of data. Deep learning, AI speak, a subset of machine learning where artificial neural networks, algorithms inspired by the human brain, learn from large amounts of data. Layman's terms, think of it as machine learning's overachieving cousin who digs deep into the data trenches to learn even more complex tasks. It's like going from learning to ride a bike to mastering a unicycle on a tightrope. Neural language processing, AI speak, a field of AI that gives machines the ability to read, understand, and derive meaning from human languages. Layman's terms, it's the reason why you can yell at your smart speaker to play your favorite song and it actually listens. It's teaching computers to understand us humans, and that's no small feat. Geek versus AI. Who wins the jargon war? Now that we've broken down some of the common terms, which do you think is more confusing? The cryptic codes of the geek world or the futuristic lingo of AI? In reality, both sets of terms have their quirks and complexities. But understanding them can open up a whole new world of possibilities, and maybe even make you the most popular person at the next tech-themed trivia night. So the next time you find yourself in a room full of tech enthusiasts or overhearing someone talking about neural networks at the coffee shop, you can jump in with confidence. Stay safe, stay secure, and who knows, maybe you'll now start dropping terms like a seasoned pro. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye, and thanks for reading, watching, and listening.
Thanks, Bob. Before we, Ray, just while I know where you're getting ready there, I just want to say goodbye to our YouTube viewers. If you want to pop over and participate in the Q&A, you're certainly welcome to do so. Don't forget, we also have our premiere event coming at hour. And don't forget our Thursday show, too. Come and have some good time with us on Thursday. Otherwise, we'll see you same time next week. All right, let me just stop the live stream.
Today we're going to talk about Carla Thomas, Queen of the Memphis Soul. So recently I had the opportunity to play for friends a longtime favorite song, and this reminder was all I needed to decide this would be today's selection. Now, Carla Thomas is often referred to as the Queen of Memphis Soul, and is one of the most iconic figures in American R&B and soul music. Thanks to ChatGPT for providing this overview of her musical career. She was born back December 21, 1942 in Memphis. Her family background was that Carla Thomas was born into a musical family. Her father, pretty well-known Rufus Thomas, was a singer and entertainer, and her mother, Lorene Thomas, was a teacher. The family's involvement in music played a significant role in shaping Carla's future career. Now, the first hit or major success came when she was just a teenager. At the age of 17, she recorded the duet "'Cause I Love You" with her father, Rufus Thomas, in 1960. The song was released on the Satellite Records label, which later became the legendary Stax Records. Then "Gee Whiz, Look at His Eyes." Her first solo hit was "Gee Whiz, Look at His Eyes," a song she wrote at the age of 15. It was released in 1961, became a top 10 hit on both the R&B and pop charts, and established her as a star. So, regarding Stax Records, Carla Thomas became one of the flagship artists for Stax, a label that was crucial in the development of Southern soul music. Her association with Stax throughout the 1960s made her one of the leading female voices of the era. Over the years, she has received numerous accolades for her contributions to music, including being inducted into the Memphis Music Hall of Fame and receiving a Pioneer Award from the Rhythm and Blues Foundation. Now, while she hasn't been as active in recording in recent decades, Carla Thomas remains an important figure in the history of soul music. She occasionally performs and has been involved in various charitable and cultural activities in Memphis. Her work continues to be celebrated by music historians and fans alike. So let's see how many of you remember this song. That may bring back some high school memories for some of you.
Gee whiz, that was a great song.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. Oh, wow. All right, we have it's top of the hour, and of course, a little past top of the hour. We want to thank all those that are here that may have to go. Don't forget that we'll be back same time, same place next week. We'll be moving into the Q&A now, but before we do that, don't forget our premiere version that we have starting at half past the hour, where I'll be talking on PCs, purchase considerations. He was going to talk on Windows shortcuts, and Ray, of course, is going to talk on satellite connections for your RV, which is be interesting. So half past the hour. Now, just before we start, I have a question for Bill. Where's Bill? Bill, are you got your ears on? Unmute yourself.
I'm here.
Yeah. So question for you is, on a Mac, when you're using Microsoft product like Office and you're using Word, does the Mac store it as a DOC file? And is that file readable on a PC? Is it the same file? Is it the same extension?
Same extension. The only matter of fact, Microsoft Office products look exactly the same on a Mac. The only thing that you get different is that you have the Mac controls, because Mac has a menu bar across the top,
Right.
and that plays a part of your navigation. But other than that, you can't really tell the difference whether you're using a Windows machine or a Mac in the Office products, but you save them as
A DOC file, which can be read by anything.
right. And
Okay.
that of all those products that I showcased, that they were fully compatible with Microsoft Office.
Right. Including the inherent, the one that comes with the Mac OS. It's native. Does it still save those as a DOC file, or can it?
The difference between the Mac iWorks, they have to be exported into Office.
Okay.
But they're, matter of fact, I made like I said, I did the presentation in Keynote, but when I got ready to move it to PowerPoint, I had to export it
Okay.
into PowerPoint. But I think that was unique with the Mac and not with the others. And I
Okay.
apologize for my stumbles. Unfortunately, I had this box in the right corner that was blocking part of my text. I couldn't read it, and I was trying to figure out how to close that, and my cursor for some reason wouldn't go there. So that's the reason why there were some stops and starts in that presentation. I apologize for that.
All right. It was a good talk, though. I really like it. It's good. Yeah. Thanks, Bill, for doing that. Carl, go ahead.
Yeah, I have a question for Bill also. In your presentation, you mentioned that Microsoft 365 is compatible with iMac's dark mode or dark something. What's that about?
Well, it's a view in the Windows operating system. You can change the background from light or dark, and what it does, offers a contrast. I use dark mode now more than I do the light, because for me, the other one, when it's in light mode, is just everything looks completely washed out. I just prefer the contrast. So I use dark mode for most of my presentations. But in Office products, you can, if you go under View, you can toggle between the light and the dark mode. And that's also true on the Mac. You can do the same thing in that way.
Is that a case where the text is in white and the background is black?
That is correct.
Is at one time at one time, wasn't it a situation where they used to do that so you couldn't print articles?
I think I sort of remember that matter of fact, if you have the dark mode on and you try to print, you'll get a black background with white print. But I think there was a situation years ago where you could completely have a total blacked out page if you had that mode on.
I think OCR couldn't recognize
Okay.
white with black.
Thanks, Bob.
Mhm.
Thanks, Bill.
You're welcome.
Yep. Now, the other thing that following up on Huey's presentation, what he showed us last week, and this is why I said if you do presentations like, for example, on our Thursday show on StreamYard, what I do is, of course, we look at all the news articles, and when I share my screen, I share it to the Facebook when I on my other screen have the Facebook page open. So I share my screen to that Facebook page. All right. Now, if I'm looking at that article and I want to read what's in the article, if I click on the link, it doesn't show the drill down. It doesn't show what I am looking at. It shows just the original page on Facebook, not what happens after you click it. What's so cool about this app is when you drill down, it shows you the preview. It comes up on the same screen. So you can actually go and look at an article, keep the picture right on the screen, and then go into the article, and it's the same page, and it's all there on the one screen, which is really cool for our Thursday application. It's a great application for Thursday because we can drill down the article and everyone can see it. Otherwise, that's not possible. So that's what was so cool about that product, eh? And he showed us.
Went ahead and purchased. I have it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
it was a great find, and I just found it this past week, and I said this is great. And then when the price was one purchase without a monthly fee, that was great.
And the other thing, Huey, is sending those news articles right to Facebook. Like you just click on that little tab and boom, it goes. Oh man, that's going to save me hours of work. I'm so happy with that. Yeah. I'm signing up right away. I've
already signed up.
Yeah, that's a good find. I think it's a real good find. Lots of opportunity there. All right. Any other questions? We had a lot of good things today. Are you sure there's no more questions? No one's got any questions? Bill, all your products were free except for the Microsoft.
Yes, they're all free except for the Microsoft. And they're all compatible with Windows. We showcased them for the Mac, but you can use those same products on your Windows machine as well. They're all cross-platform.
Yeah, that's great. Carl, go ahead.
Yeah. You got a phone call here. Let me just cancel it. I see these pop-ups or ads for eliminating advertisements on Android phones. Is there any risk to those apps? Anybody?
Sure what you mean.
Well, I've seen, links to eliminating ads on your Android, pop-up Android ads on your phone. There's different categories of ads even that you could restrict. And it's very annoying to get ads on the Android phones, but sometimes some of the news feeds are interesting, but the ads are not.
Well, the only comment I would make, at least from my perspective, is that sometimes when you block the ad, you also block the articles. So it's not always that easy. Although what I was doing this morning was if you go to what's it called, the text, where you can bring it up, print friendly. If you use print friendly to preview it, it seems to bring it up, even though the ad blocker says it won't work. You can just use print friendly and it'll bring it up. Jolyn, do you have a comment?
Yes, sir. I'm still at the club, but I thought I'd stop in and visit with you guys.
Yeah,
I
great,
would be careful of those. It depends. Are they Are the ads specifically associated with a particular app, or is it just popping up everywhere?
Well, I don't know. I'm just curious if anybody's using those tools to,
No,
block
I would not put
ads.
one of those tools on my phone. I use Malwarebytes across all my devices and
Okay.
have paid for it for, well, maybe 6 or 7 years, but I've used it for over more than a dozen years, and it works well on my phone. It checks regularly. It checks every single app that gets downloaded or anything that comes into the. So I would. The ad blockers very often are malicious software within themselves. So I would be
Okay.
cautious.
There are
Yes.
legitimate ad blockers.
Can you put the link for that in the chat?
There are various different types of ad blockers. If you do a search for an ad blocker, just make sure it's a recognized product, not one you've never heard of. Ad Blocker Plus. There's a couple of others. Okay, that's an Ad Blocker Plus is a legitimate ad blocker.
Drew, go ahead.
Yeah, I use a product on my Android called, it's not Ad Block, it's called Ad Lock, ADLOCK. And it's a paid for product. And it works as a VPN. And it doesn't interfere or interact in any way with your browser or your apps. It works somehow at the network level and takes away not all of the advertising. It's no way to get rid of all the advertising, but it gets rid of some of the annoying stuff.
Problem with a VPN, some places you can't use a VPN.
Well, it doesn't actually it doesn't transmit as a VPN. It uses a local VPN. It processes the data through a VPN type technology. You're not actively using a VPN. You're just using the VPN ports on your computer, on your phone.
Well, that's great. I was looking for that kind of feedback from both Jolene and Drew. That's good information.
And
I have ad block on my router.
Yeah, and they sell it very cheap. It's like I bought a 5-year subscription for $40, and you can put it on up to 5 devices. It's supported on Windows, Mac, Android, Linux.
Thanks, Drew. Bill James has the last question or comment.
Carl, are you actually having issues ads on your phone? Because on your Samsung phones, a built-in product that's called Knox, and that's designed to take care of ads and malware, and it's a built-in feature that comes with the phone, and it's on, as far as I know, by default. I never have with any malware or anything on my phone, and I think that's basically because of that Knox product. You might just go on your phone and type in Knox. It's KNOX, and it'll tell you all about it.
Thanks.
Yeah,
thanks, Bill.
If we're talking about spam blockers, your provider. I know I use T-Mobile. T-Mobile has an excellent spam blocker, totally free, and the other providers also have spam blockers that they offer.
Bob, do you have to turn that on, or is it always on?
You have to go and actually ask for that spam blocker.
Okay. Yeah, I know, like some of the network providers, Comcast have that too.
Okay, it is 20 after now. We have to say goodbye. Don't forget, come and see us on Thursday. We have a lot of fun on Thursday. We're going to talk about all the new Google products this Thursday. Thank you for those of you who did presentations today. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Ron. Thank you, Huey. Thanks, everyone, for who did a presentation today. Thanks. And thank you for coming to watch us as well. And don't forget that like and subscribe. It sure helps with the channel. And we will talk soon. Have a great day. Bye now.
Bye all.
Bye.